Every day, men and women enter gyms around the globe, stepping onto a stage of iron and sweat, mirrors and determination. This space, rife with clanging weights and whispered encouragements, serve as a refuge from the world outside. It is an arena where strength is cultivated, where bodies are chiseled, and identities are molded. Each barbell lifted, each dumbbell pressed, becomes evident to one's physical prowess, a tangible reflection of personal triumph. It is a realm where the lifters challenge their own thresholds and grapple with their own limitations and emerge stronger, a little bit more invincible each time. A orchestration of exertion reverberates through the gym as each individual pushes against gravity, against their previous best, against their perceived limitations. It is a dance of sorts where the dancer doesn't pirouette or leap, but pulls and pushes and lifts. It is a display of raw power, of control, of dominance over the unyielding solidity of iron. The mirrors surrounding this arena faithfully reflect the results, capturing the slow transformation, the incremental growth. Each hardened muscle a testament to the countless hours spent in pursuit of physical perfection. In a gym, mirrors are pervasive, reflecting our physical forms and our movements in stark reality. They are the tools for instant feedback, helping us perfect our form and improve our technique. These mirrors allow us to see ourselves as we are, not as we imagine or wish to be. However, this is only half of the picture. The true mirror is really within us. This internal mirror reflects not our physical appearance, but our thoughts, our emotions, and beliefs. It gives us insights into our mental state and our spiritual well-being. This internal reflection is often more challenging to face, but it is in acknowledging and accepting these internal reflections that we truly find authentic growth and lasting strength. This inner mirror, candid and unfiltered, illuminates the depths of our being and nudges us towards self-improvement and spiritual growth. It is in this internal reflection that we truly see ourselves, unadorned, unmasked, and unpretentious. And it is here that we find our power and our peace. There's a sense of camaraderie here in this world of iron and sweat. An unspoken bond forms between those who walk this path, those who understand the allure of the heavy metal, the gratification of pushing beyond the comfort zone. It is a mutual recognition of effort and persistence, a shared commitment to self-improvement that unites the diverse members of this community. And yet, there's an unspoken competition as well, a gentle nudge towards one-upmanship. The eyes linger over each other's weights, gauging, assessing, acknowledging. The presence of the other becomes a barometer of one's own progress, a scale against which one's strength is measured. It is a silent dialogue, communicated through grunts of exertion and the soft thud of weights against the floor. All of this is a ritual of strength, a testament to our ability to control, to mold, and to overpower. But beyond the confines of the gym, outside the mirror-laden walls, and amidst the clamor of our chaotic world, lies another kind of weight. This is a burden not made of iron, but woven from the trials and tribulations of life. This weight is intangible, yet its heft can feel unsurmountable. It is the weight of uncertainty about the economy, of potential loss of a home due to financial constraints, of caring for a loved one who is ill. It is a burden that no amount of physical strength seems to alleviate. It is a load that refuses to be benched or deadlifted away. In the gym, the weight is clear, its quantity measurable, its challenge visible. It is an opponent that we can confront, a battle that we can really win. But how does one tackle the weight of the world and of our responsibilities, our fears, and our worries? These burdens do not respond to our physical strength. They do not yield to our well-toned muscles or our iron will. They linger, hovering like shadows, trailing us through our lives, pulling us down in ways that no physical weight ever could. The gym offers a respite from these burdens. It provides a space where we can vent out our frustrations, release our stresses, and gain a sense of control. For each set, each rep offers a temporary distraction, a momentary escape from the outside world. We revel in this sense of power, this ability to dominate, to conquer. And yet, when we leave the gym, the shadows return. The weight of the world settles back onto our shoulders, a load far heavier than any barbell or weight plate. Just as we've trained our bodies to lift physical weight, we must also train our minds to manage the emotional and psychological weights that life places upon us. But how do we perform reps with our fears? How do we bench press our worries? How do we add plates to our resilience? This is where the gym of the mind comes in, a space just as crucial, if not more, than the physical one. This gym does not contain barbells and dumbbells, but thoughts and attitudes. Its mirrors do not reflect our physical appearance, but our inner selves. Here, the exercises are not for our muscles, but for our thoughts, our beliefs, and our perceptions. In this gym, we need to exercise patience, empathy, and resilience. We need to perform reps of mindfulness, sets of gratitude, and intervals of self-compassion. We need to stretch our understanding and curl our generosity and squat in the space of acceptance. We can begin by recognizing that just as physical strength requires time and effort to build, so does our mental and emotional strength. This acceptance is our first set in the mind gym. Acknowledging our feelings, allowing ourselves to feel the weight of our worries and fears, is an essential part of this workout. Just like we cannot lift a weight without acknowledging its presence, We cannot lift a worry without acknowledging its existence. Next, we need to cultivate resilience. Just as our muscles grow stronger when challenged, so too our emotional resilience grows when we face and overcome hardships. We need to push against our problems, pull ourselves out of our worries, and lift our spirits amidst adversity. And finally, we need to recognize that sometimes it is okay not to be okay. Just as we have rest days in our physical training to allow our bodies to recover, we need mental rest days too. We need to allow ourselves to feel weak, to feel overwhelmed, and to feel human. In this intricate back and forth between the physical and mental, between the weights in the gym and the weights of the world, lies the dance of life. We push, we pull, we lift, and in doing so, we discover our true strength. And we find that this strength is not just in our muscles, not just in our ability to lift iron, but in our ability to lift ourselves and others in times of difficulty. In the end, perhaps the gym is more than just a place to build physical strength. Perhaps it is a metaphor, a training ground for life. Each weight we lift, each limit we push, prepares us for the weights of the world, the burdens that life places upon us. Each drop of sweat, each grunt of effort is a validation to our resilience, our perseverance, and our unyielding spirit. So, the next time you find yourself in the gym, amidst the iron and the mirrors, remember that you're training for more than a physical goal. You're training for life. Each weight you lift is a burden you're preparing to carry, a challenge you're learning to overcome. And remember that just as you're capable of lifting incredible amounts of weight in the gym, you're also capable of carrying the weights of the world. And just as you can increase your physical strength through consistent training, you can also build your mental and emotional strength. Because in the grand scheme of things, life is the ultimate gym, and we are all in training. The dance between the weights of the gym and the weights of the world parallels our dance with the divine. It is in this intricate interplay of exertion and surrender, struggle and release, that we touch the hem of the divine. It is a profound realization that while we have control over our actions, the outcomes are often beyond our reach. This understanding, far from being disempowering, brings with it a profound sense of peace. Prayer becomes our bridge between effort and surrender, between the physical and the spiritual. It is in this sacred conversation with the divine that we offer up our burdens, that we learn to unclench our fists and open our hands in surrender. Most importantly, we open our hearts. It is in this delicate balance of effort and surrender that we find the pulse of faith. For thousands of years, mankind has been wrestling with these weights of the world. Historical narratives are filled with stories of courage and strength, of humankind rising against odds and making their mark. Remember, from the gladiators in ancient Rome who entertained crowds with their physical prowess, to modern-day athletes who push the boundaries of human capabilities, these narratives have one common thread: the struggle against weight, against challenges, and against limitations. But also remember, there is another narrative, less told but equally important: the narrative of the inner journey. This is a story of self-reflection, of spiritual exploration, of finding strength not in muscles, but in the soul. It is a tale of those who dare to turn inward, to question, to seek. It is a story of the enlightened self. I offer you a quote by Friedrich Nietzsche. He says, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." This self connected with the divine navigates the world with a different perspective. For them, the weights of the world are real, but they are also temporary. Their gaze is fixed on the eternal, on the immortal essence of the self. They see challenges not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth, as stepping stones on the path to enlightenment. They understand that the physical world, with all its demands and all its stresses, is really a playground for the soul. It is a school for the spirit. Balancing the physical with the spiritual, balancing the temporal with the external and the eternal is an art. It is the art of living fully, of experiencing the world in all of its richness, while staying rooted in the peace and tranquility of the inner self. It is a harmony of action and surrender, of ambition and contentment, and of striving and being. So as we journey the trials of life, the weights of the world, we can take heart in the fact that the divine is with us, supporting us, guiding us. Nothing goes unnoticed in the eyes of the divine. Every effort, every tear, every moment of joy or pain is seen, is acknowledged, and cherished. In this understanding, we find the strength to face the challenges of life. We find the courage to lift the weights, both of the gym and of the world. We find the resilience to keep going and to keep growing, to keep striving. And in this journey, we discover our enlightened self, our connection with the divine, our place in the grand scheme of things. Here is the affirmation to reflect upon. I am more than my challenges. I am more than my fears. I am tenacious. I am guided. and I am connected to the divine. So, lift your weights, face your challenges, but remember to also look within, to connect with your inner self, to touch the hem of the divine. Let your life be a rhythm of endeavoring and of surrendering, of challenge and peace, of the physical and the spiritual. Because in this moment, you are not alone. You are held, you are seen, and you are very much loved. And in this assurance, find your strength, find your peace, and find your joy. Dear God, in this sacred moment, I surrender to thy boundless love and strength. Fill me with courage to embrace challenges in the gym and beyond, knowing I possess the power to overcome. And as I journey through the world, may thy wisdom guide my steps and compassion and fill my interactions. Grant me resilience to rise above adversity, knowing thy presence is always with me. With gratitude and unwavering faith, I trust in thy divine plan to unfold. Amen. If these reflections have resonated with you or sparked a flame of inspiration within, then I encourage you to extend this ripple effect by sharing this podcast, which are available on all major platforms. Share with those in your circle. In this way, we can collectively contribute to healing our world, one person and one message at a time.